Hey, it's dark out, but it's still fairly light. The camera seems to be working. Está bien. Es bueno. So, hello everyone, going live for the second time today. How about that? The second time. Just had a bit of street food down here in Colombia. Took the family down. Looks like a very tranquil area. Lots of people chilling down here. Just had the. Looks like there's a fender bender. Somebody had a fender bender out here, so traffic's like pretty snarled right here, and people keep honking and like getting annoyed. One thing Latinos know how to do. Two things Latinos are very good at. The first is PDA, and the second is honking. Okay, they have no problem with either of those. Hey everybody, I see you all in there. Fritz Cam, John, P51, Will, everybody. Hola, ¿cómo está? Y bien. Mucho gusto. Okay, so we had street pizza. We just finished with street pizza, and for some reason the camera is it's messing it up. But the street pizza was muy bien, and they're just making it right there. You choose what you want, and then they throw it in the cocina. So okay, let's walk. We're actually in the park. I think the kids need to go potty, and so I'll show you guys around a little bit. This is basically a centro, near as I can tell. And Titus, why don't you give me your hand? And so. So everybody's just down here in the square chilling, and it's pretty nice. And we went over, there's the cathedral there, which you'll always see around Centro. That's kind of how Centros are. Let's go to the Derecha. And Derecha, es mismo. So we're gonna go back. We had some great Colombian coffee over here, a couple of lattes earlier, and it looks like they're closed, guys. So we're gonna have to try and find a bathroom somewhere else, and I have no idea where that's going to be. So, but you can see this is we're in Boca Moranga. Oh, there's a public bathroom, which could be very scary. Not that anyone will try to hurt you or anything, but yeah, the public bathrooms sometimes are a little less than clean. But hey, when you got to go, you got to go. So you guys can go there. Well, careful, don't slip. It's pretty slippery out. That's boys. Okay, go ahead.
I think must be over there and it's closed.
Oh, hang on here. Hold this.
See?
I think they want to be paid for that. Sí. Who else to go?
Hi, Pumpkin.
Okay, so we paid for the bathrooms. That is actually very common in Latin America and in Europe. And I hate being nickel and dimed, I gotta say, and so it annoys me when people charge. And what it is, I don't know how exactly it's set up, but in Latin America, there's a person usually that takes care of the bathroom, oftentimes not very well. They're not the greatest bathrooms a lot of times. And they give out toilet paper and stuff like that. So it allows the bathrooms to be kind of maintained, and somebody takes care of that. But no, he actually gave us a discount. It was 600 pesos to go to the bathroom, which is more than it is sometimes, but it's a busy public park, right? So they're getting you. But yeah, don't think this is just a Latin America thing. I mean, in Europe, it's super normal. A lot of times what they're actually charging you for, there's some bathrooms that only charge you if you need paper. And I think it's super tacky, to be honest. But yeah, and bear in mind, in Colombia, 600 pesos is like, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 cents. I mean, we're not talking about a lot of money here. So these are normal things. This isn't a Colombia thing or even a Mexico thing. I just had to get used to it because In the United States, like that's not how our culture is. We don't charge for bathrooms, and yet sometimes when you go into like a service station, if you're not buying something, they'll kind of have a flip out on you. So, everywhere has its advantages and disadvantages. One thing about paying for bathrooms is it's not like if they charge for the bathrooms, you just go do it. It doesn't matter if you buy anything at their store, right? So just one of those cultural things that you'll find in, gosh, I think they do that in France. I think they do it in England. They certainly do it in Mexico, and I think in most of Latin America. That's not to say all of them do it. I mean, there are certainly, generally if you're in a shop, well, always, if you're like going to a coffee shop or a restaurant or something like that. Hola. Buenas noches. If you're going into a coffee shop or a restaurant or something like that, they're going to have bathrooms for you to use. What we're talking about here is the public bathroom. So here's the square, and you can see that people are just wandering around and chilling, right? And this is, 9 o'clock at night, and it's very tranquil. I mean, you can see that people are letting their kids run around the parks, and once again, you hear a lot of propaganda. Now, Colombia had some real issues because of the drug war. That's kind of strings pulled by the USA for the drug war, and it caused a lot of problems down here, and they're kind of recovering from that now. But it seems pretty peaceful now. It's different than Mexico, as I was saying earlier, and we'll talk about that more. But I just thought tonight, you guys all done? Okay. So yeah, we just got an Uber down from the hill, which was super annoying because the Uber app doesn't work very well and they kind of stink. But it's most of the other taxi apps don't work in all the countries. I tried to use another one and it didn't work. And other than that, you can call a taxi, but I'm so bad at speaking the language and describing where we are. Now over here is street food, and let's just walk up and down a little bit here and see the street food. I see carne. I see. Let's see if we can go over and just kind of cruise. I don't really want to walk with the kids on that side because that's the open street. But you can see they're doing corn over here. Over there is carne. You can see the meat just hanging from the rafters of the little stand, and they're cooking it up. And so this is kind of street food central right here for this block, at least. There's some people doing like corn elotes or something similar. The foods are different in Colombia. So we actually just had street pizza, which doesn't mean it's made from things that are found on the street. It was actually pretty good pizza. They had this one with meat and with bananas on it. Now, when you say bananas, we think of bananas as just the sweet bananas, but it's very common for them to serve bananas. There's a hard banana that's kind of like a potato, but more sweet, almost like a cross between a potato and a sweet potato, and it's very good. What's she doing? She flirting? What are you doing?
They were counting kids.
And so we go over here. What else? Just kind of walk through the park. This is like the central square. We went to coffee over here at Nipo, and it's good. So the street food is amazing. People like to make fun of it, but the street food in general is better than we have in the food we're having in the United States. And so it's very good. You guys ready? Come on. It's been raining like all day. We're kind of coming into the rainy season, I think. And more like all afternoon it's been raining. There's people doing selfies and PDA in the park. That's always popular. What else do we have here? We'll probably call a cab pretty soon and head on home. Oh, you want my hand? Let's go down here, kind of on the corner. I'm not going to wander too far just because it's wet and kind of slippery, and I don't want to be like wandering around in the streets too much. There's a cop right there, and he's cruising along. I do see the same thing, it seems like in Mexico, as I see in Mexico, where a lot of times the police just cruise around with their lights on. That doesn't necessarily mean they're stopping anybody or that anything's going on. It's just like they're safety flashers. And so it's very common to see them with their lights on. Oh, no, buenas noches. Lots of people on their motorcycles, especially young men with their pretty girlfriends. Like you drive around in your motorcycle and you show off your girlfriend and take her out. That's how you roll down here. So it's the streets are busy, and bustling, and there's a lot going on. It's pretty cool. What else can I show you guys while we're down here? We can cross the street here. Let's just take our time, make sure we don't get... Whoa, careful. Precaution. Okay, come on. Tidy, stop that. Don't do that. You need to walk. So here's the garbage. It's very common. I see this in Mexico too. The garbage is just piled on the street and then people come and get it. And so that's pretty normal. Titus, you need to stop, buddy. Quit jumping. We're not carrying you. Let's see what else. I'm kind of trying to watch your comments here. Just really wanted to show you guys a view from the streets. It's always good just to see what it's like on the street, right? Because that's one of the hardest things to see before you go to a place is what's just happening. And you'll see it's getting late, so a lot of the shops are closing up, but there's tamales. Tamales are good. Tamales in. Hola, watch your step. Buenas noche. Are you hungry still? ¿Qué es Awacos? Ayaco. ¿Qué es? ¿Es tamale o no? ¿Es tamale con platano leaf?
Sí.
¿Es tamale con maize? ¿Sí? ¿Es platano? Tamal. Tamal. Tengo dulce tamales? Sal. Sí.
Can you ask if they have?
They don't. You guys want to try some of these ones in the banana leaves? Sabor.
Sabor de carne.
¿Es carne a pollo or
Pollo o carne. O vaca.
pollo carne? Sí. Vaca, pollo, mixto.
What's this?
Okay, gracias. ¿Es mismo?
No, o sea, lo mismo, pero, o sea, diferente pollo.
Es pollo. Pollo and mixto. Okay. What do you think?
In here.
I don't know. It looks like supplies. Nada.
I want chicken.
Is bratwurst?
No, rellena. De papa.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Chorizo.
Okay. Dos y dos. Yes. Here, hold this while I pay, will you?
Okay. I'll try not to push the end button.
Dice hola a mi YouTube.
Colombia.
Colombia is muy bonita. Okay, hold it. Don't end it. Let's see. Okay, just a second. Sí, turismo. Mi familia visitar México first por 5 meses y vamos a Colombia por tourism y parapente cerca aquí. Mi y mi esposa parapente. So it's muy it's fun. So ¿Dónde?
Son.
Oh sí, 5 niños.
3 niños, 2 niñas.
No sé, mi esposa es bonita. Ok, ¿cuánto?
5,000.
5,000.
No, ahí hay una. Ese es 5,000.
Es propinas.
Ah,
Gracias. Señores y señores, buenas noches. Careful. Get the food there, guy. Gracias. Bye bye. Okay. Okay. So we're just wandering. Hey, oh, whoa. No fussing. It's getting late. You don't need to fuss. Let Mama carry it, Titus. You need to not have a tantrum, okay? I know it's getting late. Okay, so there we go. We got some tamales, which I don't actually see as often. I see tacos down here. Empanadas are very common. You'll see empanadas right over here on my left. And empanadas, I am told, are basically the tamale. Sandra? I'm told that empanadas are essentially the tamales of, the tacos. I'm getting distracted because Titus is getting tired. The taco of Colombia is the tamale. She's talking to Titus there, so I'm gonna wait. And it's good. So the streets are busy. There's people running all over the place, and that was just a normal look. That was just a normal shop with normal Colombian people selling food, right? I'm guessing that was probably a family, and I'm guessing that was probably the dad making sure no guys came and got frisky with his daughters. Because so it's tamales are good. The tamales, and I see them this way in Mexico as well. The tamales are often in corn, but sometimes you see the tamales and they're wrapped in banana leaves. And actually, those are kind of my favorite because they're incredibly moist if they're wrapped in the banana leaves. Banana leaves are more dense than the corn leaf, and they tend to be very, very nice. So anyways, what do we see here down the street? I'm gonna head back the other way, actually. Hang on, let me turn the camera. There's a casino on the corner. There's lots of those here. That looks like a looks like a little grocery store. And over here is a panaderia, but they seem to use a different, no, it still says panaderia y pasteleria. So it's a cake shop. Pasteleria is like cakes and sweets, muffins, not muffins, like cupcakes. So it's more cake and sweet related. And panaderia is breads, donuts, muffins, things like that. Okay, so it's very good. And let's start wandering back. We're gonna need to call a cab down and just get going here. Titus, we're gonna be heading back up soon. Okay, it's getting late. I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
It's like 8:30.
Oh, it's not that late yet, but we should probably get back. It's starting to rain again. It's just kind of a wet evening.
It rains so much.
Yeah, it rained quite a bit today, and it'll be good. So anyways, I'll be doing more on just the general culture. In general, it seems like Mexico has a little more freedom than Colombia in some ways, and that you don't really get asked for papers or ID when you're checking into hotels, and it seems like maybe there's just a few more rules here, but I think that even though but both of them are so much laid back and there's so much more liberty than in the United States. Buenas noches. It's okay. Got him?
Okay.
Come here, buddy. Buenas noches. Titus, you stop that now. We're not carrying you like that. Okay, so anyways, don't let the fascist slaves in the USSA pretend that they're free anymore, guys. There's no freedom in the USA. You do what you're told, or you go to prison or to the grave. And you'll just see so much more of a laid-back culture here. But I think that Mexico might actually have a bit less rigidity, a bit more freedom in terms of just little things like they're still recovering from basically chaos down here because of the drug war. And so I think maybe they're trying to westernize and maybe overcompensating just a little bit. And I keep quickly, guys. I keep trying to warn them, like, the last thing you want to be like is the United States, but I don't really know how to say that. I just want to shout it from the rooftops so that people know, because we see this a lot. Countries are trying to get on their feet, and this one is, of course, just like Mexico is doing well. And oftentimes, because the U.S. has so much propaganda and influence, they're kind of convinced to say, oh, it's let's be like the USA, right? Well, the last thing you want to be if you want to be a free nation is like the USA. It's no longer a republic. And despite what the trolls and the loyalists say, the Constitution haters that pretend that we're still free, anyone who has a remote understanding of human freedoms and the Constitution knows that the USA does not have freedom, as our prisons are filled with innocent people and no due process, from Schaefer Cox to Jeff Winehouse, to even people that may or may not have done wrong, like this Bill Cosby trial thing this week, right? this trial of Bill Cosby was a complete sham. It was absolutely an illegal double jeopardy trial. And I'm not saying whether or not this person did something bad or not, but it's like, hey, suddenly, decades ago, this guy did something wrong. Now let's drag him into court and give him a kangaroo court so we can make a good show for the serfs. That's all this is. This isn't about any sort of justice, and it's not that I'm a huge Bill Cosby fan or anything like that. It's just, you know what? I have no idea whether he did anything that they say, guys, because the trial was completely illegal. The trial was a complete sham. The first trial absolutely failed, at which point legally it was over. And not only that, every single trial is a kangaroo court in the USA. So there was no justice served, and people who are celebrating the justice and vindication because somebody got convicted in a kangaroo court is completely full of it. They're ashamed.
Para poder cubrir mis gastos, una neverica cremosa.
¿Qué es?
Son galletas, unas galletas turcas, la calidad.
Ah, okay. ¿Cuánto?
Por la calidad del producto que el precio subió al público de 2,000 pesitos.
¿Mil?
2,000 pesitos, sí.
¿2,000?
2,000, sí.
2,000. Okay, here.
Pero tengo dos promociones. 2 por 3,000 y 3 por 5,000.
For 2, 3.
Uno es bien. Uno.
O sea,
Es 2,000, ¿sí?
uno, sí. No va la promoción de 2 por 3,000.
No necesito. Nosotros es lleno. Gracias, señor.
Bueno.
Buenas noches.
Que yo soy venezolano porque yo lo necesito para que me ayudaran, pues.
No, it's okay. Uno. Gracias. Buenas noches. All right, so we got some more cookies. Here's those. Okay, just to finish my thought there as we were kind of moving along. Honey, you can go ahead and we can order a cab.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And you'll have to search for where we're going and then enter that as the destination from here.
Okay, do you have the business card that has the address?
No, just search for it. And, you know, you look at these trials and it makes me sad when I see people pretending that justice was done when somebody they don't like or that they think they don't like, that they really have no idea, is convicted of something, because it's such a sham. If you support freedom, you oppose universally the courts of the USA because every single one is engaged in treason. They're a kangaroo court. The evidence is a sham. The jury is a sham from top to bottom. And if you're supporting people getting convicted in these courts, you're supporting terrorism. And I know, like, sometimes that's hard for us to get our head around, but you got to understand it's really important that we start fully understanding the Blue ISIS. Blue ISIS is the enemy of freedom. The courts are the enemy. They're part of Blue ISIS. These people are the enemies of our Constitution. All right? And so I noticed that the trolls, you know, are really popping in here, and that's always happens. That always happens when we speak the truth. But it's good. You just got to speak the truth. You got to love your neighbor and do what you need to do. So hang on, I'm just making sure we're going where we need to go. Yeah, that looks right.
So that's what I push?
Yeah, go ahead. Just order that in.
That's
Where
a
do we
lot
wanna
of
be
people
picked up at?
wearing white.
Right here on the street side is fine. I guess he came in. Thanks, guys. He came in over here. That's probably going to be the easiest. So maybe move the pin so it's right on the street here.
I gotta figure out where that street corner is at.
Okay. Okay, so there's a bunch of people marching out of the church. So let's go take a look here. What's going on? They're all marching out of the church with their robes going somewhere. I don't know maybe somebody in here knows what those robes. I'm assuming, is that a Catholic church? I don't know what the cone head caps are, but no. No, it's not punishment. It's not a dunce cap. That's fine, yeah. So anyways, hi baby. So, but no, they're coming out of the church. Those are Ku Klux Klan guys, despite what some of the people here might say. So, listen, guys, I'm doing these videos just to keep showing you guys. That's fine. Just to keep showing you guys the realidad of the United States, of these different countries, of the fact that we actually have one of the least free countries in the world, not one of the most free. And when somebody gets in our way, we just bomb them. And so, you know, anybody that's in here supporting, saying, oh, we're free, we're the greatest, we're the best, Trump is a hero. These people are not lovers of freedom. They're not lovers of the Constitution. You cannot simply support your faction regardless of the treason they commit because your party won. That's not That's not freedom. It's not love of neighbor. It's not a republic. It's not a love of freedom. It's not a love of your Constitution. And we're going to call it out. We're going to expose the patriots and the people who keep promoting treason, keep promoting their treasonous politician. And so we're out here, and yes, VB, thank you. We are out here showing the kids the real world, showing the kids what little bit of freedom there is in this world, the best we can find it, and taking them away from the propaganda of U.S. slavery, okay? So, I mean, the trolls are really wild in here tonight, and we're blocking them as fast as they can come in, guys. But just keep speaking out. Just keep loving your neighbor, and don't let them get you down. If you defend human freedom, it has nothing to do with borders. It has nothing to do with having papers. If you defend human freedom, that's liberty. That's freedom. That's liberty and justice for all, okay? And that's where it counts. There's 2 cops on a motorcycle. Look at that. It's a busy street. Okay, I'm gonna go, guys. I hope you enjoy. I'm using data, so I'm gonna go. If you guys enjoy our videos, if you want to keep seeing more, I am doing a whole bunch of videos just for the vlog coming up. Just a lot of cool videos of all the culture we see down here over this next week, and we're gonna keep doing that, and I'll be producing that. That video probably won't be done until I get home, so I want to do these live streams for you guys in the interim. And you know, yeah, we're always on a budget and have to kind of manage things at the same time. You know, I mean, we're blessed, but at the same time, I've got to keep moving forward. If you enjoy these videos and you want to help us keep producing the Exile Show, you know, pop on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/Gavin Syme, and just pitch $2 a month or something like that if you like our show, and we'll keep doing it. So, hola, Estados Unidos, sí, local gringos. Buenas noches, señores. Okay, so
It's about 1 block away.
okay, the cab is almost here, so I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna get the family back up. It's starting to rain and it's getting late, and we're in a new area. Keep speaking out, keep calling out the patriots and the loyalists, but love them enough just to tell them the truth and show them what real freedom is. Stand up to Blue ISIS, and you know what? It's good. It's good. All right, you guys, that was a little bit from the streets of Colombia. If you just got here, there's the kids. Say bye-bye. If you just got here, when I stop the video, you can go back and start it from the beginning. And hope you guys enjoy. Take care, be safe, cast off the chains of tyranny.